For over 5 decades, Joe had been the trusted barber of his small town. His modest shop, wedged between a bakery and a hardware store, carried the timeless aroma of aftershave, leather, and well-worn memories. Over the years, he had witnessed countless faces come and go, swapping tales as he worked, but one story remained his all-time favorite. "I once gave Keanu Reeves a haircut," Joe would proclaim, eyes twinkling with pride. His grandson, Tommy, had heard the tale more times than he could count. "Sure, Grandpa," Tommy would tease, shaking his head. "And I played chess with Einstein." The regular customers would chuckle, pat Joe's back, and humor him, though they never truly believed him. To them, it was simply an old man, keeping his memories alive with a bit of embellishment. But Joe never wavered. It was years ago, back when he was still making action films, he insisted. He walked through that very door, took a seat in this chair, and we talked about life, movies, and what defines true strength. Despite the skepticism, Joe remained steadfast in his recollection. Then, one crisp autumn afternoon, as golden leaves drifted outside the shop's window, the bell above the door chimed, and in strode a tall man with a calm, familiar presence. The shop fell into stunned silence. Joe's hands trembled as he reached for his clippers. The man removed his sunglasses, revealing the contemplative, kind eyes that had captivated audiences for years. Keanu Reeves. Tommy's mouth hung open. The other customers shifted, nudging one another in disbelief. The Hollywood icon himself walked directly to Joe's chair and settled in as though it was routine. "Been a long time, Joe," Keanu said with a warm nod. Joe swallowed. "Mr. Reeves, you actually remember me?" Keanu grinned. "Of course I do. Last time I was here, we had a talk about what makes a man truly strong. You told me real strength isn't in the fight, it's in the choice to walk away." Joe's breath caught in his throat. He had said those words all those years ago. Before he could respond, Keanu leaned in slightly and added, "I never forgot it." A version of that line made it into John Wick, one of my favorite moments thanks to you. The room remained hushed in astonishment. Tommy's gaze flickered between his grandfather and Keanu Reeves, the truth settling in. His grandpa's tale wasn't just a wistful recollection, he had genuinely influenced a piece of cinematic history. Overcome with emotion, Joe ran a hand through his wispy white hair. You really used my words?" Keanu gave him a knowing smile and nodded. "Absolutely." Joe exhaled deeply, his heart swelling with pride. The shop buzzed with murmurs of admiration. Tommy, now seeing his grandfather in a new light, sat up straighter, brimming with newfound respect. As Joe steadied his hands and began cutting Keanu's hair, the atmosphere in the shop shifted. It was no longer one of doubt, but of reverence. The old barber's story had been true all along, and in that moment, he wasn't just an aging man reminiscing. He was the mentor who had once imparted wisdom to Keanu Reeves himself. And from that day forward, no one would ever question his story again.